Hello, everybody. Adam Parks here with another episode of Receivables Roundtable. Today, I have a very special guest, Mr. Jeremiah Wheeler from DRN Technology. How you doing today, Jeremiah?
I'm doing well, Adam. How are you? Good to be here.
It's another day in paradise, as we like to say.
That's it.
So Jeremiah works with Digital Recovery Network, or DRN as it's affectionately known throughout the industry, which works within the license plate scanning technology. Jeremiah, tell us just a little bit about DRN.
Well, we are a data and analytics company that specializes in location intelligence, derived mainly from your typical camera systems that you're used to seeing on tollways. However, ours are actually mobile, and they're mounted on vehicles, scanning in over 360 markets nationwide. And we scan and collect about 215 million sightings a month in over 390 markets. And so that creates a really good, solid footprint for where you can find people if you need to make contact with them. So we've been around for about 10 or so years, actually 12 years now. And last year in January of 2019, we were acquired by Motorola Solutions. And so we've just been growing from there. And we deal with a lot of different auto lenders and banks and credit unions, as well as getting into the unsecured debt space now as well.
Awesome. I think I've had a chance to spend some time with the products, and they've really been impressive. And I know you're working on some new things that we'll talk about here in a minute. But to try and simplify just a little bit, DRN basically has license plate scanning cameras that are affixed to both tow trucks, repo vehicles, and other kinds of, we'll call them scout vehicles that drive around and basically take pictures of license plates. So as a debt buyer, if I own a portfolio that includes some secured auto, I can basically take that auto portfolio, plug it into DRN, and if there's still assets attached, I'm going to get a flag every time that one of those vehicles is located, and then I can even use their system to request the repossession from using one of the groups that's within their repossession network. Really interesting technology that you guys have kind of built and developed. And as an organization, DRN is a group that I've worked with and has been a huge supporter. You can see I'm wearing my Naked Warrior shirt today. Jeremiah and the DRN team have been huge in supporting all of the special events that we've been doing for Naked Warrior Project and our other military charities. So can't thank you guys enough for all the support you've shown through the years.
Absolutely. We love supporting our vets and our troops. Absolutely. And we'll always do that for sure. We're originally veteran owned and founded. So we love supporting the vets. And, to your earlier point too, about the product that we've been working on, we started about 3 years ago testing different public records data pieces, right? Where we can, you have your traditional comp reports where it says, I lived at all of these different addresses and I've owned all these different vehicles. And, a skip tracer has to go through a lot of that data and figure out which piece of data is best to use to make contact with that customer. So what we've done is we've taken all of those pieces of data and married them with LPR and now produce the best place to make contact or serve in the cases of process servers. Also the best phone number to contact with scores and information on that as well. So using multiple sets of data, of which ours is very unique, we're able to, basically produce the best comp report in the industry. And we're starting to release that into the unsecured debt market, because typically you're going to see, even if a person isn't looking for your automobile per se to repossess it, your auto is typically within 1,000 feet of you 90% of your life. So if I can find where you're parking your car, I can find where you're laying your head, and I can find where to either serve or make contact with you to try to help get you, on the right payment plan or on the right process to collect the debt, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. I would say, from an auto perspective, I think that the benefits of your product is, self-explanatory. It doesn't really require a lot of explanation. However, I think your ability to take this new the new data sets, run these comparisons, and then be able to apply this technology to the unsecured marketplace has been really impressive because, if you can't find them, right? If you can't serve them, you can't sue them. And I think that's a major factor that holds back some groups' litigation strategy is the ability to find those organizations. So I think to me that's one of the most important pieces is the ability to find them. And it also helps from an employment verification standpoint because if somebody's parking their car in front of this building every day from 9 to 5, chances are they work somewhere within that vicinity. And like you said, it's going to be somewhere in that like that 90 feet range, right? Like they're going to be real close by that automobile, especially if you're seeing consistency. I know that personally, I see the DRN car probably once a week or so drive through my parking lot, and I know that they're running their scans. It's just really interesting to see how that process works and how you guys have started to apply that. Now, I know as I've kind of learned about this product, and one of the first questions that I had for you guys was, all right, so I've got a credit card account. I don't have a VIN number associated with that credit card account. Like, what's my process look like to be able to actually execute on that debt, or how can I use this new tool without a VIN number readily available?
Well, so through the process of the public records application, we can start with a person address, so a name address, or a social name address. Any of those pieces of data will typically get us to a registered automobile for that person that's currently registered, actively registered, not some past vehicle. We only look at current registered vehicles, and that gets us to the VIN number. And then the VIN to plate process gets us to the license plate number. And then obviously our data collects all of those scans and sightings of those plates. And so we can go through that 2 or 3 step process, which is completely automated, obviously. And we have a user interface for this product, but most of our larger customers that want to process everything in batch and then pull it into their system of record and place it where they need it for their collector to have quicker access to not log into multiple systems. So you have multiple options of ways of accessing our data and analytics, but you start basically with the information that you already have on that record, whether you bought the debt, whether you're servicing the debt, or whether you originated and own the debt and servicing it. You're going to have those pieces of information, and we can get right down to the other pieces that you need. And then we also pull in all of the public records pieces and we marry those together and produce a report for you.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I've had a chance to look at the interface a couple of times now. I think it's incredibly slick and very self-explanatory, I think is the best way I can describe that platform is like you look at it and you just kind of understand the way that you guys have laid things out, where the value is there. So big fan of that interface, but, I have talked with some of the groups that you guys have done some beta testing with, and some groups do like to get their data back into their own system of record, and the fact that you guys have developed the APIs that make that possible, I think is a really cool approach to it, right? Because you guys have the data and you're like, I'll give you the data in whatever format works best for you, whatever method or channel works best for you. Like, I'll just give it to you that way, which I think is really smart because a lot of groups, I think, even when they have good data, don't necessarily know how to communicate that data. And if you can't communicate, it's not that valuable. I personally have been very excited about this product because as the chief marketing officer for Plaza Services, we're always in the process now of building our litigation network. And, this is just another tool that we have in our toolbox to enable us to improve our overall methodology. So I think it's a very exciting kind of platform. So what kind of exciting things should we expect from DRN going into 2021?
Well, I mean, we're going to keep perfecting this product. We've been working with a lot of lenders over the years, working to perfect this product. And we've had over 300 lenders using our data and analytics and user interface, excluding the public records piece, to look for automobiles. So I would say through the process of working with all of those lenders, we've perfected the workflows and waterfalls of just the skip tracing process. I mean, a lot of us here at DRN come from a long line of skip tracing background. I mean, I myself came from the recovery industry, and so I think in 2021 you're going to see more enhancements to the current products that we're releasing. You're going to see better workflows, more integrations with some of the big, well-known name, account management platforms out there, the collections management platforms. That's just what we're working to do. We want to get our data and analytics in every nook and cranny, wherever we can get it to where it makes most sense for lenders, collectors, and others to use it.
Awesome. Well, I very much look forward to seeing you guys out at the RMAI conference in February. I think you're going to have a lot of exciting things to discuss at that point. Not that there isn't a lot of excitement today.
Yes.
So, for those of you that are watching and listening today, if this sounds like a product that might be a good fit for you and you'd like to learn more about how to use license plate technology to improve your skip tracing and to improve your verification of employment service, I'll put some links down below on how you can contact Jeremiah's team and take a look at that overall product. You can always reach out to me as well. For those of you that are watching, if you have any other topics that you'd like to see us cover on Receivables Roundtable, or if you have any additional guests that you feel that we should be interviewing or you'd like to hear from, please just let us know. Jeremiah, I really appreciate you coming on today and spending a little bit of time with me. I'm very much looking forward to learning more about this product and testing it out a little bit in my various capacities around the industry. But I can't thank you enough for your time.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I enjoyed it very much. Look forward to next time.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody, and we'll see you again soon.